Greetings, everyone. It is I, the mighty Haysoos. I am back with One Piece Chapter 1084. It seems I forgot to turn on my mic in the previous recording, so this is recording 2. Unfortunately, I will probably skip over a lot of things because I just read the chapter and a lot of my excitement has gone out of the door. Anywho, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And we start off the chapter with a beautiful, beautiful cover page. Color page of all the women that it seems that fans have gathered to. They're all in bikinis and they're all sliding down a water slide. It is fantastic, and a lot of my favorite women from One Piece are in this panel. It's just really, I love the fan service. Yes. Alright, we start the chapter off. We're inside Pangaea Castle with Sabo, who is just taking out some guards, while Bonnie has found him, and she asks, "Are you Sabo?" And obviously he is Sabo. And Sabo realizes who she is. It's Julie Bonnie. Good, we can skip the introductions. I think we're after the same thing. So they're running through Pangaea Castle. We don't know why Sabo was running through Pangaea Castle for the slave collar keys. Intruders in the guard room. The keys to the slave collars have been stolen. You know, that's the guards yelling. And then we cut to Julie, Bonnie, and Sabo talking. You know, I've heard Kuma had a daughter, and I've been following the news articles about the Revolutionary Army's activities. Which is why I trust you guys. Take my father to safety. Obviously, they will take him to safety, as I've read the chapter already. Unfortunately, Karasu, it's the crow from his soot fruit. He has, Sabo gave the keys to Karasu. Here, what the? Deliver these keys. Tell Morley and the others that once Kuma and the slaves are out of their chains, they're to return to headquarters. The mission is over. What about you, Sabo? I'll be right behind you once I've taken care of business. All right, be careful. What's your next move, Bonnie? I'll go to Egghead and ask Vegapunk if he has a way to bring my father back to his senses. And if he doesn't, then obviously before she can finish what she says, she's interrupted by some guards. This way. Sabo carries Bonnie up into a rafter near the ceiling. That's strange. I know I saw someone. The guards are just chattering amongst themselves. There are even fewer guards for this tower than before, and it's already way too large for us to cover. What? You don't know? When people go missing, it's usually because they saw it. Saw it? Something they shouldn't have. Like what? The lost chamber. Shh. Don't say it out loud, even as a joke. And Sabo was curious. Obviously, Bonnie thanks him for saving her. Thank you. Egghead is in the new world, but we're heading to sea in the opposite direction. Best of luck to you. It feels really weird to have revolutionaries doing me favors like this. We both want to save the same person. I know. Take care of Dad. So we cut back to where Cobra is with the Gorosei in the mighty throne room, or the empty throne. Why do you ask of us, King Cobra, King of Alabasta? Ah yes, where should I start? The world government we know today began 800 years ago, when it was created by a group of 20 kings. As the newly styled creators of the world, they moved here to Marijois with their families, where they became known as celestial dragons, and have ruled over the world for 8 centuries since. Amongst themselves, the 20 kings have always been equals, and to prevent one from ruling over the others as a dictator, they created the empty throne and placed 20 weapons around it to symbolize their oath to never claim that seat. In the 20 kingdoms that had lost their royal families, new kings were chosen whose rule continues to this day. Therefore, the first 20 dynasty names are no longer found in the lands from whence they came. But Alabasta is different. The monarch at that time, Queen Lily of Nefertari dynasty, was counted amongst the first 20, but did not become a celestial dragon, choosing to return to Alabasta and continue the Nefertari line in her homeland, where the name still reigns supreme. That is why, in actuality, there are only 19 weapons surrounding the throne. Obviously, the Gorosei are not impressed. This is all correct, but what is your point? I was going through old historical documents from the Royal Library. The only history one can pursue there comes from the documents after the span of the Void Century, and yet there is no mention of Queen Lily's name. Ba-boom. She did not come back to rule Alabasta after all that. Lily's younger brother took the throne in Alabasta instead. Is there anything you might be able to tell me about her? That's what you wanted to ask? And we see a panel of a silhouette of a figure with the long pointy crown, none other than Imu-sama, listening in with the Denden Mushi. It was 800 years ago. It is recorded fact that the ruler from the Nefertari dynasty did not live here, but we assume that she had gone back home whatever her reasons or actions were. They have long been lost to the cobwebs of time. I'm sorry. I cannot help you. And Cobra is not pleased with this answer. It seems they are dotting around the answer. They obviously know something. We see this pretty cool panel of him in the wheelchair. A couple feet across from him is the Gorosei. In that case, what is the D? Obviously, he's asking about the will of D. And this changes the mood of the whole conversation as we see all the Gorosei turn their undying attention towards him. Why would you ask that? Well, you see, there is a brief 800-year-old letter that she passed down through our line of kings. And before we can figure out what he was saying, we cut to Mingling Courtyard, Pangaea Castle, where it seems Shirahoshi is in danger by Kuma because he's under the direct rule of none other than Saint Charlos. Stop doing this, please, I beg of you. You're hurting me. Someone please help me. Yo-ho-ho-ho, I've done it, father. I never gave up. I caught myself a giant mermaid at last. Well done, Charlos. Oh no, the poor lovely Princess Shirahoshi. Yo-ho-ho-ho, what do you eat? I'll take you on walks every day. My pet, only I'll be riding you. And if you don't obey my orders, I'll do unspeakable things to you. Dude, he's rhyming like a fucking Dr. Seuss villain or something. He's so ugly, though. I hate him so much. I refuse. Someone please help me. Obviously, the nobles of the world that aren't celestial dragons know what's happening here, and they want to help, but they know they can't. Something must be done, but Papa and the guards are in the council tower. That leaves only one option. Run away! No, come back! We didn't see this. We didn't see anything. And obviously, Charlos is upset. Hey, mermaid, did you just say you refuse? Don't talk back to me. She turned us all down anyway. What do we care what happens to her? And that is the life of nobles against the celestial dragon. Move it. You're like seaweed in my way. Whoa, it's the Ryukyugu princes. It's Shirahoshi's brothers. Don't try any funny stuff or they'll destroy your home. Oh, I'm sorry for taking my eyes off of you, Shirahoshi. We're leaving this horrible place, and we're never coming back. Brothers! Unhand her, celestial dragon. Get them, he says to Kuma. And he just obliged because he is a slave now. My invincible slave Kuma, as he fires an energy beam explosion, and it, makes a big explosion. It go boom. Warlord of the Sea, Bartholomew Kuma, reduced to such a wretched state. Nevertheless, we fight. Come, Ryu Boshi, Mom Boshi. Yeah, it's the brothers. Go ahead and kill them, Kuma. Just pay enough money and even royalty will let us get away with it. Especially measly fishmen. Shirahoshi. It's that guy again, Rebecca. The Tontatas are here. Leo. Lady Rebecca. How dare he? Hey, Mjosgard, can I do it this time? It's Sai. Be my guest. I'll take full responsibility for the outcome. But not for you, Fukaboshi. Royalty, stand back. Huh? So Mjosgard stands right in front of Fukaboshi to stop him from attacking. Mjosgard, there's a price to pay for whacking me earlier. Kuma killed Mjosgard. Why the double standards, Mjosgard? You asked us to stand aside when our own sister is... Obviously, Mjosgard is being reasonable here. They can simply run away. They have no nation to support. They're pirates. And he's talking about Sai and Leo to attack the Celestial Dragon. Tontata combat. Hasoken secret art drill. We see Leo and Sai doing a powerful team attack. Tail hammer, dragon nail. And we see Sai using his foot while Leo's using his tail to impact none other than St. Charlos's head to make himself into a pancake. And he looks dead. There's no coming back from that. But it's One Piece. So, obviously everyone, while this was happening, Shirahoshi was shouting out, Sir Leo, Sir Sai, and everyone who's watching, don't do it! He's a celestial dragon! And, St. Charlos got what was coming to him, and yeah, boom, smashed. Everyone is freaked out about this. Oh, Charlos, it's all over. He's dead. It's a murder scene. The murder of a celestial dragon. The admirals will be on their way. I think I forgot to read the chapter name, but that's fine. It's 1084. And before Kuma can do anything to retaliate, he gets caught up by Morley. No, Kuma, you can't. You've done enough. You don't need to listen to orders anymore. Let's go home. Come back with us. And Morley's just crying. What is a giant doing here? Karasu's on the job. Morley, I got the keys from Sabo. Who is that? An intruder? It's Morley, one of the revolutionary captains. Thanks, Karasu. Okay, let's go down. And obviously because of Morley's fruit, they can just get away because of their fruit. They can just push away the ground and they go underground. Everyone's like, ah. And Charlos's dad's just, no, my son. While Sai is shocked, you just see him mouth agape. And we cut back where Cobra was talking about the will of D. And we see someone saunter up the stairs to the throne. Katok, katok. Oh, great Emu. But Cobra is still present. Huh? What? And we just see the silhouette of Emu saying Lily as they thump onto the throne. And obviously King Cobra is shocked. Like, his face just shows fear. He can't believe what he's seeing here. Someone sitting on the empty throne? Impossible. But that is the way of the world, it seems. Lies. within lies. And that's the end of the chapter of 1084, and there will be a break next week, so yeah. The chapter name was, if I didn't say the chapter name was An Attempted Murder of a Celestial Dragon. And I don't know, they seem pretty close to killing that guy. He's just a accordion now, all like squished. That doesn't look very good. But it's well deserved. That guy's an asshole and a creep and a filthy slave owner. Ugh. But I think what really took the cake of this chapter was King Cobra's talks with the Gorosei. It's answering a lot of questions. We don't know where Oda's going with it. Well, we kind of know where Oda's going with this, but we don't know what he'll do. He might leave us from this and go back to the present. But we'll see in 2 weeks from now. 14 days. All right, this is Haysoos signing off. I'm sorry it's rough day today. Kind of getting this out the door, but anywho, have a good week, everyone. Goodbye. I love you guys. Goodbye.